Welcome back to Living the Fantasy with your boys Matt and Kyle. All right, so we've been talking about getting a league together, guys. Again, comment down below, join the Discord, Twitter, whatever you got to do to get a hold of us. Track us down, come to our house, whatever it is, get a hold of us. And we're, probably not that, but
maybe not that. Let's not do that.
That might be a little extreme, but $20 buy-in, 25. I don't know. It's up to discussion, up to debate. Let's get it together, guys. Anyways, let's dive into the top 10 receivers. So we got Tyreek Hill, number one. He's just been killing it year in, year out. Best quarterback in the league. Consistent. Fastest guy on the planet. He's a game changer. Electric. So he's number one. Safe. That's my reasonings. You got anything to add?
But let's preface this. If Devante Adams has Aaron Rodgers, he's number one.
I agree. But we don't know yet. So that's why he's number
two
on my
yet.
list.
Right now, Devante Adams is not number one.
But
Tyreek Hill is number one. Very clearly, Tyreek Hill is number one. He's got a perfect situation. He's got the best quarterback in the league. He's ready to go. All right, let's go to number two.
I have Devante Adams. Dude's a beast. He killed it last year. Number one guy last year. If Aaron Rodgers is playing, he's the guy. Hands down, like we just said.
So I personally have Devante Adams at 4 because we don't know that Aaron Rodgers is going to play. I don't think he will play for the Green Bay Packers. I think if anything, he plays for some random team, and that leaves Green Bay with Jordan Love. Do I feel like Jordan Love could get Devante Adams the amount of yards that he got last year? No, I do not. I think Devante Adams could try to get himself those yards, but he can't, all right? He needs Jordan Love. So I can't go with Devante Adams at number 2. I want to. I really do, but I can't.
You can't play two positions at once.
Can't play two positions at once. He could try, but he can't.
And I agree with you. Honestly, if I was drafting right now, I would draft DeAndre Hopkins above Adams. So, realistically, I should put Adams down a little bit, I guess, if I was going to do the draft right here, right now. But I just figured this is where he should be. And this is if we expect Aaron Rodgers to kind of, any positive news in the coming months. So as of now, this is where I have him. You got Stefon Diggs up there. Rightfully so. The man killed it last year.
Yeah, I think some people will hate on this. I hope some people will hate on this, but no, it's just. He had the second most. If you take out Devante Adams, he had the second most points per game out of any wide receiver in the league, and he's got arguably the second best quarterback that's starting right now in the league. That's in my rankings. That's who I got at number 2. So clearly, my 1 and 2s are going together here. Stefon Diggs, I think he's an absolute beast. You get it, I get it, we all get it. All right.
He's been lighting it up, but I just want to point out too, real quick, because I knew this was going to happen last year, so much so that I didn't even listen to myself. So I'm really frustrated because I like the situation. I just never got the chance to draft him, unfortunately.
I didn't know it was going to happen. I thought Stefon Diggs was a bum.
Jesus.
But now that we're here, hey, I'm on board. Congrats, Diggs.
Yeah,
Prove me wrong.
So I just feel more comfortable with DeAndre Hopkins at this point. DeAndre Hopkins has been an elite receiver, top 3, top 5 guy, year in, year out. He's a stud, the most sure hands in the league. And he's got a great quarterback, Murray, my number 2 guy. So again, my 2 guy, my 3 guy, they're connected. I feel just very comfortable with him getting about 15 points a game. A lot of the times he probably won't blow it out of the water like Stefon Diggs might. I think Stefon Diggs has a higher ceiling, but with that comes the floor, which is honestly probably similar to Hopkins. But I don't know. I feel more comfortable.
Hopkins has the lowest floor. Hopkins had 5 games at 10 points or lower last year.
Yeah, but he's pretty durable, I guess, is why I feel comfortable with him. Stefon Diggs he's had lingering issues.
Not last year, he didn't.
Over the course of his career. Not last year, but I wouldn't be surprised if a hamstring pops up next year.
Diggs had a season, bro. He was a seasoned veteran out there, crushing it week in, week out, 16 points minimum. So he was out here grinding. He has week winning potential. Yeah. He has season winning potential. Get Stefon Diggs. DeAndre Hopkins, I like. All right, don't get me wrong, but those 5 games at 10 points apiece, that makes me sick. All right, I can't have that at all.
He had some bad games last year for sure.
6 was it 6 games, 5 games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jesus, I don't know. He's had some great games. Like he's got week winning potential as well, but I don't know. That's a 50-point difference between Stefon Diggs and DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, it's like his talent. Dude's a beast.
He's very talented. I'll give you
that. Honestly, I might get some hate for this one as well, but I threw down Calvin Ridley above Diggs. I had Calvin Ridley last year. I fucking loved him, dude. He was lighting up every single week. I have just as much confidence going into this year as I do last year, even without Julio Jones. He can be even better without Julio Jones. Who knows? I just don't think it affects him that much. He's a route running god. He's got speed. Honestly, my only concern with Ridley is just can he stay healthy for 16 games? He seems to get injured for 3 games every year. So again, not too concerned with injury, but again, if he can go 16 games, dude's top 5 easy.
I don't know if I could get behind Calvin Ridley that high. All right, I got him at 5. But hey, it's fine. So,
one lower. I can't get behind it. One lower.
Just Stefon Diggs. He was one of 3 receivers that had over the 20 point per game average. I can't disrespect a guy with over 20 points per game and put him at number 5. That's just it. It has nothing to do with Ridley, but Julio leaving, that scares me. I don't like change. All right, I don't like change with my star players. If there's big change, I don't draft him as high. You could see that with Devante Adams. Devante Adams is an absolute stud, and I still have him at 4. That's because change. Calvin Ridley, he's at 5 because of change. I mean, it's simple as that.
I like that analysis. I just and I like Diggs. I mean, I think if you're going off of last year, obviously you're drafting Diggs above him. But the fact of the matter is, new year, new stats, new rankings. I don't think Diggs is as good as Ridley this next year, and that's why I have him 4 and 5.
I guess we're gonna have to place a water bet on that one.
Honestly, I'm down. Honestly, excluding
Let's
injury.
Go.
Well, okay.
Let's run it.
Injury for like a whole season, like let's say he tears his ACL, obviously, then it's just a wash.
Injury lasts longer than 3 weeks.
Then wash.
Counts.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
It's a wash.
So
all right,
it's a
run
water
it.
bet.
That's a water bet. Shake on it. All right.
Going in the next guy, we got DK Metcalf for me. You got Justin Jefferson, who I have just after DK, so roughly around the same area. DK's a freak. He's a monster. He's got weak winning potential. It happened last year. He's had games where he blew up. Towards the end of the year, not so much, but the whole offense kind of fell off last year. He's just a stud, so he's 6.
I mean, I can get behind it. I've kind of got Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, and DK all kind of in the same area. I have Justin Jefferson 1 tier ahead, just because I truthfully don't know. I think probably because he's a rookie, and I like to see how he's going to progress. Typically we see a sophomore slump, but I don't know. I think Justin Jefferson has what it takes. He showed a lot of good things last year. DK Metcalf, he's great, but I think we've seen his ceiling. I don't know.
I mean,
I like his ceiling. Don't get me wrong, but his ceiling is number 10. It's
well, okay. So DK and Justin Jefferson, they're 1A, 1B. Like,
yeah,
DK's a beast. Justin Jefferson,
it's preference. It's all preference.
He broke the rookie records, I believe, last year for some points there. He lit it up, and he's gonna do it again. So I think these guys are all for sure guys. That's why it's 2 through 7 is pretty much all for sure guys. Not too much of a difference. Outside of Tyreek Hill being number 1.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I have a tier break there just because I'm always drafting Justin Jefferson ahead, but at the same time, it is what it is. If somebody goes AJ Brown or DK, I'm fine with it.
So I have a tier break that has AJ Brown right outside that, and that's honestly, like you mentioned earlier, change. Star player, change.
You're all right.
It's a run first team, so he's already struggling for targets because they're a run first team. They like to go Henry all the time, and now you're going to add another mouth to feed. It could help him. It could clear up some matchups for him. Maybe he gets the number 2 corner and just eats all game long. I don't know. And I'm sure that's going to happen a couple of times. But there's also probably going to be a couple of times where Julio goes off, and then Derrick Henry goes off, and then A.J. Brown is left with 4 points. So that's my concern there. I still love him. That's why he's at 8. But that's why it's a tier break.
The difference for me there, like I agree with you on the change, but I just like A.J. Brown better as a player, and at this point in the draft, I'm kind of going by players rather than situation, and I don't know. It could open the door for A.J. We'll see. It's not like a specifically bad change, I guess, but
yeah,
like I don't know why I count losing Julio as a bad change, but I count gaining Julio as a good change. It doesn't make much sense to me, but hey, if A.J. Brown could eat like Calvin did last year, then we're gonna be just fine.
Yeah, I feel you. The only difference is just the type of offense there, and I think is a little different. But
100% different.
Beast of a player. I'm not worried in the slightest. Any game he could just take one to the house. He's a physical specimen. This is where things start to get interesting. All right.
Basically the same or different situation, but better quarterback in my opinion.
Yeah, I can agree with that. This is where things change, get interesting. Michael Thomas is up there on a lot of people's lists. Personally, I just don't see it. I don't think he's that great of a player. I think he's slant god, and that's about it. He lacks
Michael Thomas in the league.
Yeah, no, he lacks the explosive ability that I want to see out of a receiver, and he's getting a new quarterback, so I'm not quite sure how that fits into everything. And with that being said, he's got too much risk to be in my top 10. And honestly, the points last year weren't that impressive. Now it was with Breeze falling off and being kind of a bum, so maybe he does better with Winston. Who knows?
Points per game though. Michael Thomas was 41, so I'm not feeling too hot on that.
Yeah, so we agree on that one. That's why he's not on our 9 and 10. However,
I'd rather have T. Higgins than Michael Thomas.
Yeah, well, and this is where our 9 and 10 spots differ. You got Allen Robinson there. I put Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, I feel like was pretty consistent last year, and I do love Herbert. So I think that he's just going to get it done again. And then you got Allen Robinson there. Personally, I'm high on Allen Robinson. I like him, but there was a little too much inconsistency there. And it's not even on Robinson. It's really just a quarterback play.
And it's not going to be a better
still
quarterback.
Unknown. I mean, I don't know how Justin Fields affects him, and Andy Dalton affects him. I don't know. I kind of just view him as the same player. So, not bad, but just not inside my top 10.
So yeah, Keenan Allen definitely had more points per game. He would show up every single week. Nothing's changed. He's got Herbert still. He's got the same receiving core. He's got the same running backs. Nothing's changed for Keenan Allen except for their defense has improved. So yeah, I don't mind that at all. Going Keenan Allen there. I don't like drafting Keenan Allen personally. It's a personal thing. It's not. I don't think it has anything to do with who he is. He's shown out his entire career. But I just don't typically draft him. That's the only reason I have Allen Robinson and Julio above him.
And I kind of on the same page with that. I didn't draft him last year. I slept on him a little bit. Kind of regretted it. The year before that, I think I drafted him. I'm not sure, but he did okay that year, I think, for me. I don't know. He's just... I think he deserves 9. And then 10, we both put Julio. I mean, it's Julio Jones.
Hard to forget the name,
Hard to forget the name. He's proven he's good. He's good on a good offense. He'll get it done for a majority of the games as long as he's healthy. And that's basically what it is his health.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that Julio's going to be number 10, all right? Because for God knows it could be Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Allen Robinson, Tyler Lockett, Adam Thielen. Any of those guys could show up and be that spot. Any of the rookies. So it's just a matter of what you're feeling, who you like, and all that stuff. So we go Julio, but you could sure as heck go someone else.
Yeah, and that pretty much rounds up the top 10 receivers.